Second, their limited mintage means very few examples were ever made, and even fewer have survived in perfect condition. Finally, their collector demand, as interest in Philippine coins continues to grow globally, has driven prices higher year after year. Beyond the numbers, however, this coin tells a deeper story. It represents courage in the face of tyranny, hope in a time of despair, and the resilience of a nation determined to reclaim its freedom. Each 198350 Piso coin is a silent witness to a defining chapter in Philippine history, a tangible reminder of sacrifice and national rebirth. Collectors who own this coin don't just hold metal, they hold a piece of history, a symbol of a man who dared to speak the truth and a people who refused to remain silent. And for those lucky enough to find one in mint condition, perhaps tucked away in an old collection, a family heirloom, or a forgotten bank set, it could be worth far more than anyone imagines. Today, the 1983 Philippines 50 Piso coin continues to fascinate both historians and numismatists alike. Its design, its symbolism, and its rarity make it one of the crown jewels of modern Philippine coinage. Whether displayed in a collector's case or safely preserved in a vault, it remains a powerful emblem of freedom and remembrance. The Philippines 50 Piso coin of 1983 is one of the most remarkable and emotionally powerful coins in the nation's history. Issued by the Banco Central ng Pilipinas, it was created to honor Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr., the opposition leader whose tragic assassination that same year ignited a revolution and ultimately led to the restoration of democracy in the Philippines. The coin's obverse features Ninoy's dignified portrait with the year 1983 and his full name inscribed around it, while the reverse proudly bears the national seal and denomination 50 Piso, struck mainly in silver and silver nickel. This coin stands out not only for its stunning design, but also for its symbolic meaning, a tribute to courage, sacrifice, and national pride. What makes this coin truly extraordinary is its rarity. Only a limited number of proof versions were ever minted, reserved for collectors and commemorative purposes. These proof strikes were made with exceptional detail and shine, and when preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, they have become some of the most sought-after Philippine coins among numismatists. Over the years, the value of these rare 1983 50 Piso coins has skyrocketed, with some graded and authenticated examples selling for as much as $163,000. Their high value reflects not only their scarcity, but also their deep historical and emotional significance. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1983 50 Piso coin is a symbol of resilience and remembrance. It tells the story of a man who gave his life for freedom and a nation that found strength through loss. For collectors, owning this coin is like holding a piece of history. Collectors have long debated whether a limited number were struck for circulation, with most pieces either lost, melted down, or never widely released. Because of this, surviving examples, especially those in excellent mint state condition, are virtually priceless to numismatists. Over the years, this coin has achieved almost legendary status in the Philippine coin collecting community. For everyday Filipinos who once used coins like this in markets and public transport, it may be hard to imagine that a single 10 Piso could reach astronomical prices today. Yet rarity drives demand, and demand drives value. Collectors worldwide compete fiercely whenever such coins appear in auctions. Reports from international numismatic sales show that select examples of the 1984 10 Piso coin have sold for staggering amounts, with top condition specimens valued at $90,000. This is not just a coin anymore, it has become an artifact, an investment, and a symbol of prestige for anyone fortunate enough to own one. Imagine holding a simple piece of metal, once worth only a handful of pesos in the 1980s. now equivalent to a luxury car or even a house. The value of the coin also reflects the passion of Filipino collectors. In the Philippines, numismatics has grown into a respected field, with communities dedicated to preserving, studying, and celebrating the nation's currency. The 1984 10 Piso serves as a kind of holy grail for these collectors, representing the ultimate combination of history, scarcity, and cultural pride. There are also fascinating stories of ordinary people discovering these coins unexpectedly. Some have stumbled upon them in old family collections, in forgotten drawers, or inside dusty jars of loose change. For them, the discovery is life-changing. What once seemed like a worthless coin suddenly becomes a rare treasure, worth tens of thousands of dollars. Stories like these inspire others to check their old coins carefully, fueling the excitement around this legendary 10 Piso. Beyond the financial aspect, the coin represents a connection to history. The Philippines in 1984 was a nation at a crossroads, and its currency reflected both pride and struggle. Apolinario Mabini's image reminds Filipinos of the sacrifices of the past, while the scarcity of the coin itself reflects the instability of its time. Each surviving specimen is not just money, but a silent witness to a critical moment in Philippine history. In conclusion, the Republica ng Pilipinas 10 Piso coin of 1984 is more than a piece of metal. It is a bridge between history and the present, between struggle and pride, between currency and art. Its rarity has made it one of the most valuable Philippine coins ever struck, with prices reaching up to $90,000. For collectors, it is the ultimate prize. For historians, it is a reminder of a turbulent era. And for the Filipino people, it is a lasting symbol of national heritage and identity. One condition: the rare version is in uncirculated or proof-like condition, no scratches, dents, or signs of wear. 2. Design anomalies. Look for doubling in the letters or design details, especially around Republica ng Pilipinas and José Rizal's name. 3. Die rotation. Flip the coin vertically. If the backside is misaligned, not upright, it might be a rotated die error. 4. Unusual luster. The rare coin has an unusual mirror-like shine, much brighter than typical circulated coins. 5. Weight and sound test. Rare specimens may have slight weight differences or produce a different ring when dropped on a hard surface, a result of being struck on a different metal blank. If you believe you have such a coin, never clean it. Instead, get it evaluated by a reputable coin grading service such as PCGS or. This story is more than just a tale of money. It represents a growing trend, the rise of interest in Philippine coinage worldwide. As collectors seek rare Asian and Southeast Asian coins, values have surged, especially for those with historical errors or limited mintage. The 2071 Piso coin is now a symbol of how a humble piece of currency, used to buy jeepney rides or street food, can hold immense historical and monetary value. Collectors from the US, Japan, Canada, and the Middle East are now actively seeking such coins, pushing prices higher with every auction. This isn't just a story about metal. It's a reminder that history hides in plain sight, in your drawer, in your wallet, in the spare change lying under your car seat. The 207 1 Piso coin from the Philippines might seem ordinary at first glance, with its nickel-plated steel finish and the iconic image of José Rizal, the national hero. Millions of these coins were minted for everyday use, making them a common sight in wallets, stores, and jeepney fares across the country. But hidden among these countless coins is a mysterious version that has shocked collectors by reaching a jaw-dropping value of $99,000. What makes this coin so valuable isn't just age or rarity. It's the presence of rare minting errors and the possibility of a proof-like strike, never meant to enter circulation. Some versions of the 2007 coin display doubling in the text, misaligned dies, or are struck on the wrong planchet altogether. The most valuable specimen discovered had a mirror-like surface, unusually sharp features, and showed all the signs of being a presentation or test strike, a coin that somehow slipped into the public's hands by accident. This particular coin caused a sensation when it sold in 2024 for nearly $99,000 in a private auction. The beer, a well-known Southeast Asian collector, made the purchase through a Singapore-based numismatic firm. The coin was graded by a top-tier agency and placed in a protective case, further confirming its rarity and exceptional condition. The sale made headlines in the numismatic world and triggered a nationwide coin hunt across the Philippines. Do you have a Piso coin from 1980 for hiding somewhere in your drawers or coin jars? What if I told you that this ordinary-looking coin might be worth up to $90,000 today? Yes, you heard that right. A simple coin used daily in the Philippines during the 1980s has now become a rare treasure in the world of numismatics. But what makes this coin so valuable? Is it the metal, the design, or perhaps a mysterious error? Let's dive into the fascinating story behind the 1980 for Philippine Piso coin and explore why collectors around the world are ready to pay a fortune for a single piece. In the early 1980s, the Philippines was undergoing political and economic transformation. The Central Bank of the Philippines was actively modernizing its currency system, replacing old denominations and materials. Among the key coins minted during this era was the 2 Piso coin, introduced as part of the Flora and Fauna series in 1983 and continued through 1984. The 2 Piso coin of 1984 was struck in copper nickel, had a diameter of 31 millimeters, and weighed 15 grams. It bore the portrait of Andres Bonifacio, a revolutionary hero and founder of the Lipunan movement, on the obverse side. His fierce and defiant expression perfectly symbolized the spirit of independence. The reverse side of the coin proudly displayed the Philippine coat of arms along with the denomination and year. But among the millions of coins minted, some stood out, and not because they looked different, but because of rarity, condition, and certain unexpected errors. At face value, the coin seems ordinary, but in the world of coin collecting, value is driven by scarcity, demand, condition, and sometimes mistakes. The 1984 Piso coin checks several of these boxes. First, the number of coins minted that year was limited compared to other years. That makes even regular specimens from 1984 somewhat harder to find. But more importantly, coins that have survived in mint state condition, that is, coins that have never been used, are scratch-free, and retain their original luster, are exceptionally rare. Then comes the mystery of mint errors. Some 1984 coins were accidentally struck off-center, had double dies, or contained subtle engraving anomalies that went unnoticed during production. These flaws, instead of lowering the coin's value, skyrocketed their worth in collector circles. One such piece, confirmed with a double die obverse and near-perfect condition, fetched nearly $90,000 at a private auction. Numismatists, or coin collectors, from Europe, the US, and Asia are always on the lookout for rare Philippine coins. Why? Because the Philippines has a rich colonial and post-colonial coinage history that is both diverse and artistic. The 2 Piso 1984 is particularly prized because it sits at the crossroads of history and rarity. It's not ancient, but it's not modern either. It reflects a time when coins still held symbolic meaning and detailed engraving. This has made them historically controversial, which adds another layer of intrigue for collectors. Some see them as reminders of dictatorship, others as artifacts of resilience, and many simply as fascinating collectibles with deep historical resonance. Another reason why this coin is so valuable lies in its condition. Coins in circulation suffer scratches, wear, and discoloration. But if a 1974 Piso has been preserved and touched, kept in mint condition for decades, then its rarity increases exponentially. Only a handful of such pieces exist, and when collectors compete to own one, the price naturally climbs to astonishing levels. For numismatists, the Philippines won. Piso 1974 coin is not just money, it is a story of power, politics, culture, and chance. Every time a collector holds one, they are holding a slice of Philippine history. And every rare discovery reminds us that hidden treasures can exist in the most unexpected places. A coin once used to buy a simple meal can today be worth the price of a luxury car or even a house. So the next time you come across an old coin from the 1970s, don't dismiss it as pocket change. It could be an ordinary piece, or this coin teaches us that numismatics is not only about collecting. It is about preserving heritage, uncovering mysteries, and discovering value where others see none. The Philippines' one Piso 1974 coin, worth up to 140,000 US dollars, stands as a shining example of how even the smallest object can carry the greatest stories. The Philippines' one Piso coin of 1974 is more than just a piece of money, it is a symbol of history, politics, and national pride. Issued during the presidency of Ferdinand Marcos, this coin carried his portrait on the obverse, representing his new society vision. The reverse displayed the national seal, with the sun and 3 stars symbolizing unity across Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. For everyday Filipinos, it was just a coin for transport fares or market goods. But for collectors, it has grown into a highly sought-after treasure. What makes this coin extraordinary is its rarity in certain conditions. Most circulated pieces are worth very little today, but rare proof versions and coins with minting errors such as double strikes or off-center designs are worth fortunes. In pristine, high-grade condition, some of these coins have sold in auctions for up to 140,000 US dollars. This astonishing leap in value proves how numismatics turns ordinary objects into extraordinary collectibles when history and rarity align. For collectors, the 1974 one Piso is not only a coin, but a reminder of a politically charged era in Philippine history. Its high value is a mix of rarity, condition, and demand, showing how a coin once worth just 1 Piso can now be worth the price of a house. The lesson is clear: never underestimate old coins, because treasures often hide in plain sight. The 1 Piso 1974 coin remains one of the most fascinating and valuable pieces in modern Philippine numismatics.